Inward hypocrisy is the hardest to deal with because it involves our own shame. If you're a man and you're struggling with things that you have shame over, it's hard to live that way in a home and everybody not know about it. You know, if you struggle with alcohol or drugs or porn or gaming, social media addiction, food addiction, whatever it is, you may struggle with a lot of things. And you may think you're hiding it from everybody, but eventually the kids are going to figure it out. They'll see how you change. They'll see when you act one way versus another. Maybe you go from manic to depressed, manic to depressed. Well, they're going to figure out, especially as they get older, something's going on. And what you want to do as a dad is not act like there's nothing there. You want to say, hey, your dad is struggling with some things right now, but your dad's going to get help. Your dad's doing some things. Because what happens is a lot of kids take on blame for that. If I was a better kid, my dad wouldn't drink. If I was a better kid, my dad wouldn't leave my mom. And a lot of kids go through this because their dad is struggling with something and he kind of hides it from himself, other people. Kids pick up on it, and the kids are going to start blaming themselves. And that forms an inward hypocrisy, because what we're doing is we're teaching them to hide things instead of dealing with things. And you don't want to be that as a dad. You want to teach them to deal with things, to get up front with it. No one likes hypocrisy. You know, no one likes the family hypocrisy, the outward hypocrisy, or the inward hypocrisy. It affects us all negatively. If you work at a workplace and you have a boss who blames other people, who doesn't take responsibility for themselves, who does that affect? That affects you as the employee, doesn't it? But a lot of times we as dads are doing that in our families. We don't want to do that. We don't want to be that bad boss. We want to deal with our stuff. Or maybe you have a coworker who hides his addictions, but it's hurting the office environment. It's hurting y'all's productivity. And it's funny, we'll blame them, but we excuse our own hypocrisy. And I'm saying as men, we've got to step up, look in the mirror, and deal with our stuff. If we don't deal with our hypocritical nature, if we don't deal with those things, it's going to hurt our kids. I promise you it's going to hurt them. We are examples all the time as men. You don't get out of being an example. We're examples all the time. And your integrity has a lot to do with how your kids are going to grow up. And what you want to do is show your kids how to step up, how to deal with your stuff, how to get over stuff. Because that will be one of the best life lessons for them, and it will help them be successful adults in their life.